Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
And then it is just kind of frontline damage. So I honestly still think if he was really comfortable doing it, something that can play that frontline
Okay,
is
we're
going to
gonna
be
get
strong.
Yeah, Summit just gonna lock in the classic Gnar, who is also second fastest.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to check. I think you're right. Pioshik didn't quite have it. Now they're going to go in on bot lane.
He's got Core JJ trying to escape, but Vulcan can get the root, and now with the extra damage pulling in, surely they get first blood. The credit goes over to Vulcan as FBI backs away. Yon doesn't have any mana to continue following, but Pioshik's coming around from the flank. Evil Geniuses, they have no summoner spells on that Jhin. There should be no way out of this here for FBI. Vulcan's gonna just try to keep Pioshik away, but there should be no way for that to happen. Yon gets the kill, make it a 1-for-1 here in bot lane.
Yeah, good pathing for Pioshik, covers top, then gets all the way down to bot to at least get something back, because that would have been really bad if they just get that kill uncontested, but now gonna go for Summit.
Ooh, flash into the twisted advance, immediately ready for the knockback. Riposte doesn't hit, but it doesn't need to. Someday gets the kill.
Yeah, they get the kill and they come right back. They have that honey fruit, but it is gonna be this fight around that dragon, getting pretty low.
4v4, Core JJ and Yon gotta be careful here. Pioshik comes
Whoa!
Beautiful engage from Team Liquid, but will it be enough? It'll be a 1-for-1 here at the start. Pioshik tanking the Drake, Inspired and Jojo getting themselves back. Vulcan stands and fights against the Caitlyn. The Ignite's coming out, the auto attacks. Vulcan just kills them. And Evil Geniuses now want a little bit more. Vulcan's gonna force him back over the wall. The Chad Karma just says, get the hell out of my river.
Nicely done by EG. Vulcan's just gonna keep
He's
chasing.
not done. He's not done.
That's actually so bad, delaying the base. Delay those recalls, get ourselves the plate mid lane. It is just the one plate, not the two that went down, but still, really nice.
They try to step forward onto Yon and Core, but Vulcan really screwed that one up. Nice punish from the Team Liquid bottom lane duo. Curtain call opens. Yon should be able to block these. Ends up costing. Jungler doesn't have a lot of faith to be able to get in and get back out. So EG secure the Herald for themselves. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, the 1v1, FBI counts to 4. Yon hits the floor.
Oh my God, trading flashes, getting that solo kill is massive. It's gonna be another plate, so it's basically a kill and a half plus the CS that he gains and denies from Yon. That is massive. Now Summit's in some trouble. The ulti's been popped.
We don't have all of those vitals procced yet, though. Someday cannot get the final one. Someday doing a good job hiding against the wall, protecting that vital, so Someday's not able to get the heal. Inspired is going to chase him back. Meanwhile, mid lane, Team Liquid brings more dudes to the party, and they end up getting a 3v2 kill onto Jojo Pune.
Summit can win this.
Summit trying to get back away now as Vulcan's going to show up. He's coming up the river, has to flash over the wall.
Looking for this really kind of powerful opening moments of the fight. And if someone like the Caitlyn or the Lux or the Azir ever gets tagged by that, you are going to get roasted.
You are done immediately. We're seeing first turrets just about ready to drop across the map here. Mid lane FBI nearly got it, but wasn't quite able to secure it. Top side, you can see Summit working to get that first turret here for his team, and I do believe that should do it. Team Liquid lane tier 1 right there on your screen, just trying to let it eat as many minions as it can before he kills it off. Inspire's gonna walk through for some loot, so that'll equalize those. Back in mid lane, FBI was not able to collect that final hit on the tier 1 turret as Team Liquid pushed him back just in time. Gold difference of 99. We got ourselves a close one, man.
Yes, sir. And it is Ghostblade first item, but he did build another serrated Dirk, so it still could be going towards an Eclipse, a Duskblade, something like that. But really prioritizing the move speed, which I think makes sense when you're thinking about things like the Caitlyn, like the Lux. That is a lot of things, skill shots that you can dodge, plus Swifty boots.
Yeah.
The back steps as well. If you see that J4 moving forward are going to be really, really quick coming through here from FBI. So we'll see what he can really get done with this. But they want to push up mid. Nice little poke there on Yon.
Oh, Yon getting caught, having to use the cleanse to get away from Deadly Flourish. FBI, they eat the ace in the hole for him. Curtain call opens up. Looking for Yon. He wants to try to weave this in there. They get out of the range in time. Yon and Coach, my friends, let's see who's going to go for that one first. Team Liquid seem to want to hang around mid and just try to see if they can grab this tier 1 turret. I think they're not going to have any issues picking it up there. Inspired does fire off the ulti. They're going to open up the curtain call too. Looking for Yon. Fourth shot going out. Doesn't hit him. Team Liquid trying to keep EG away.
As far as answering people in these side lanes.
And that's always been his prowess and his pride as a solo laner is just his ability to deal with those situations. Be aggressive. And if it doesn't get punished, the man ends up looking good. Pioshik over the wall with the EQ. Harry gets the kill on Jojo. Pioshik walks away. He stays alive with the golden Aegis. Some days very low. Ace in the hole blocked up.
Can't finish him off. The W comes off a cooldown there. which I think was actually a patch change from a while ago. So that small little change on cooldown perhaps making a difference. Someday in trouble, though.
I mean, you saw that last tick of Ignite did damage the shield after he popped Gold Negus. So if that was even just a split second later. TP's coming in, though. Someday looking to lead the charge, but he's got to be careful. Summit might just be able to kite him out. Pioshik wants to get away, but JoJo should have enough to take him out this time. There we go. One's going to come back as both junglers die from either side. Summit at about 1/3 HP, doesn't have a whole lot left. Team Liquid is able to get that. It stops that poke from being effective at all.
One thing that EG is going to be really happy about, though, is when you're playing Maokai, it's extra brushes for that. They're looking for an engage, though.
Oh, my God! They just exploded him. Crown of the Shattered Queen or not. Core JJ ain't got any health left after that one, and that is exactly the dream scenario that you were talking about.
Yep.
Lining up these ultis together.
Lethality. Pioshik is behind them, though, down in the jungle, so will Pioshik look for an angle here? He's still in the red right now. He just used Smite.
Core JJ is still coming back from base. There's no way for him to join the fight in time. Someday is in the pit. The Drake is going to be claimed by Evil Geniuses. Pioshik engages and disengages with the EQ. Inspired's in the middle. He dies.
But there's no eyes on where Pioshik is coming from. And there it is. Ulti and that flash from FBI still within the Cataclysm, unfortunately for him. Didn't really end up mattering here. But Inspired just sectioned off, burst down.
Inspired fires off that Maokai ulti again. Evil Geniuses decide this is when they want to go. Harry with the Zonias makes it a 1-for-1 there as they trade Inspired for the Azir. Core JJ going to be found out now as EG gets a 2-for-1 trade here in this fight. Pioshik flashes in. What the hell was that? Double kill back over to Evil Geniuses. Pioshik just gives them a freebie. Summit's now trying to stand and fight, but Someday's ready to deal with them, just picks them off. It's the Team Liquid conga line. They get to have ended Team Liquid's Baron push with that. I mean, that's just about the best case scenario.
Yes,
you
sir.
get a 1-for-4 when you're up against that Baron, especially what you were talking about when they don't have the ability to clear the wave. Someday, yeah, I don't think Someday's getting away from this one. Yeah, he tried to get over the wall, but Pioshik was ready.
Yeah, I think he was dead tough for him to deal with.
And Summit still has no armor besides his plated steel cap, right? He's got Sterix.
Inspired going into that Redemption is actually really, really nice. He's never going to be tanky no matter what you build when you start out with this style of build. He's not going to get that kind of beefy status, so somebody's in trouble again.
Ooh,
the move speed is not going to be gone. He's dead.
Still just chasing him down, man. Someday thought he was in control. And Gnar just bonksing Summit with the 1v1 outplay.
It's just the top diff, man. What can I say? Like, the scoreline doesn't look that impressive from Summit, but they can't actually play their win conditions. In goes Yawn.
Yawn looking for the rest of the damage to take out JoJo, and he grabs it. Now EG got to be careful, because Pioshik and TL are not done yet. Summit lands the boomerang onto Vulcan, who has to flash over the wall, but Summit doesn't want to let him get away that easy. Deadly Flourish ain't going to hit, but Summit's boomerang will. Vulcan drop, and FBI's the next target. Summit can't quite chase him underneath the turret, but Team Liquid are loving the results of this 3-for-0, and it should get them their second Baron uncontested.
Yeah, that's massive, and it comes on JoJo as soon as he gets CC'd, and he knows he can burst down that Jace. Wasn't really in that much danger himself, so now it's another Baron. He'll know that there's no danger whatsoever. That's going to be a really, really difficult situation for them now. Mikhail's also done for Core JJ, so that's an easy answer for whoever actually has to soak up that Maokai ultimate to just be able to remove that root.
Well, Pioshik decides he wants to engage now. Disengages back out of his own Cataclysm as Inspired unleashes the roots. EG wants their engage here onto Pioshik. A lot of damage goes out. He buffers the EQ to take his corpse back over the wall, so he resurrects in a safe place. Now, Summit's the one tanking the tier 3 turret aggro here in the bottom lane. EG's attempt does not work out, and Team Liquid are not just throwing themselves into a map.
Go through this Gnar that is so damn strong. And now, this is going to be Soul Point grabbed up here for TL, because all the skill shots are going to be coming at you only from that one angle, and they're going to look for the engage now on Eon.
They want him. If they can get him, he uses the cleanse to get out, but now he has to use the stopwatch to keep himself safe from the follow-up engage. The shutdown over to Inspired. They got Pioshik in the middle now, too, and Someday's going to bust them. EG manages to find their engage. They find their fight, and
it's just going to take a lot of time. Like, can you clear through it? Yeah, you can. But can you do it fast enough to actually get to the dragon? That remains to be seen.
Pioshik in the middle of everybody, not quite dead.
Oh,
but
no!
They end up killing Harry, who just delivers a freebie. EG get 2, EG get 3. Summit trying to disengage and get away, but it's a triple kill back over to FBI.
That is a disaster for TL.
Only damage out of these 3 is Someday. If Someday dies...
Wait, Jan's just killing himself. What is he doing?
Jan, what's going on, buddy? What are we doing? Someday goes in, goes back out.
Or is he?
He's gonna get shot to pieces. If Jan kills Someday, the other 2 cannot kill Jan. They don't have the ability to kill lifesteal Caitlyn. Jan is just keeping everybody else here, saying, all right, Summit, I trust you to keep the base alive. Summit, however, loses the Sterix. Jan still stuck behind enemy lines, back in the base, gonna be grand challenge, taken down. Summit survives back.
He's still got 25 seconds, then has to walk there, so it's a full minute before he can get to the team. They're gonna TP in, and if Summit gets caught, this is so bad.
Summit eating a lot of shots from FBI. The 4th shot misses, but it doesn't need to hit when JoJo's ready. Shut down on Summit, and again, it's desynced timers. Summit's not gonna be alive for another 55
Pioshik's
seconds.
dead too.
And now Pioshik's been caught hanging around. Pioshik! Oh no, he's gonna resurrect just in time for the Guardian Angel to be wasted. Guardian Angel is such a powerful...
Someday though, can he get there in time?
There may be enough damage. Harry needs 3 more autos, 2 more autos. Harry gets it. Ocean Soul over to TL, so they've got that. But the problem is, what happens if they all get caught here? Doesn't look like EG has anybody that can do
wild.
What
this
is
game
happening?
is just getting so crazy. EG are pushing on all sides. They know they have to try to end the game with the Baron. They've got to keep pushing.
They losing a chunk of HP there. Maokai ulti flies through. It's gonna find Summit, and it's gonna find Pioshik.
But look at the turret. JoJo's just killing it. They're just buying time for JoJo to kill the turret.
all they need.
That's really well done. You know, realizing they don't actually have enough to dive deep and get a kill there, so they just spend the Maokai ultimate, spend the Jhin ultimate. TL has to run, and it gives JoJo that time with the W to actually take down the turret.
Range is one
Someday
of the powerful stats in League of Legends. Someday coming in for vengeance. The grand challenge, another lunge, and he finally gets his man. Someday puts Summit in the ground for 60 seconds. It is a 5v4 for EG. Team Liquid was in so much control for so long, but it fell apart, and evil geniuses have clawed their way back into the game. All of TL has to find some sort of a defense here, but they're losing Nexus turrets, and they're losing them rapidly. First one's already gone, and JoJo's swooping around the side, looking for an angle on Harry and Yawn. Half HP.
Oh!
JoJo's about to lose that Guardian Angel if he ain't careful, but FBI's already godlike. Yawn's under pressure. The Caitlyn falls next, and evil geniuses from the clutches of defeat come back and take down Team Liquid.
What a crazy game to kick it off here today is...
And he is the final pick of the draft here for C9. Diplex gonna pilot that one into the victor of a Blaze Off.
You know, much more concerning. He is more susceptible to the ganks. Of course, he does still have cleanse, but could be pretty dicey. And they're gonna look for a Blaze Olive.
Diplex goes in, flash into the twisted advance. Bramble smash for the first blood, but Blabber will die in response as the gravity well from a Blaze Olive's victor locks Blabber down long enough for Kimby
Really
to
punish him on the exit from that trade.
Diplex going in for the dive. Solos out a Blaze Olive. Isaac, you said that Diplex needed to step up that laning phase here for C9, and he's doing it as he finds the solo kill on the IMT mid laner. Now Kenvi under pressure from Blabber and Sven. He's got Fleshy nearby. Oh, if Diplex hit that
game, and it was 86 to 81 CS, right? So they are farming nearly perfectly on that bottom side.
There. If Kenvi can get something, it'll be worthwhile. Goes over the wall, goes to the ulti, flash out from Blabber. So Summoner Spell for Summoner Spell back in mid. Diplex versus a Blaze. Blaze getting the better of him here at the start. Diplex low. Fleshy coming around to try to help him. Diplex stealing away the Ash ult, but it won't matter. Immortals tie up the kills 2-2. Back up in the top side. Kenvi wants to get away, but Sven has given the wild growth over to Blabber. Kenvi escapes back down to his own support. He won't be killed.
Hasn't really been able to make it happen. Fleshy was spotted there. So I guess just showing us that, but unfortunately, Fleshy, Berserker, which is really not what you want. And yeah, he just walks in. Yeah. There's a ward in the Pixel Brush, spotted by this ward. So Berserker just waits. Season coming over, Ash all cleansed out, and yeah, there's no need to use barrier. No shot you're gonna live.
They even had White ready when they would immediately want to use it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's not like they were immediately under pressure and Immortals were walking
to chunk someone down, then all of a sudden they just walk into the river, grab honey fruits, walk right back. Now you're the one who's actually really being pressured, and Fudge getting very aggressive. Yeah, flexing a bit here on Tactical, who's got to be careful.
Tactical and Fleshy both lost half HP to Fudge, and he just goes right back in looking for the kill, but he doesn't quite have the damage he needs to find it. Flashes back away as Sven keeps trying to support him, and Fudge grabs the kill on Kenvi. Now Tactical stuck in the alcove, and he's going to be the last man alive. It's a double kill over to Fudge. It's a triple kill over to Fudge. Spin that thing all the way around, a triple kill.
He was really kind of just flexing on him. They walk forward, they start autoing him, he jumps in on one, he chunks him out, then Tactical walks forward, starts autoing him. Maybe they were just saying, bait them in, but oh god. That one landed, that Ash shell landed. Bro, not really, but I guess.
It's still in the bucket. Fudge gets slammed up into the wall here. Kinvi swoops in, but with Blabber ready to fire off his ulti, Immortals know they're not really gonna find him on here. Arrow hits from all the way down in mid lane. All right, Fleshy with a nice response. But unfortunately, no way for Immortals to follow that up. They can't engage on the Maokai when the Fed Jack is right next to him. The dive comes in. C9 brought everybody to the party, and they're still ready to keep on going. First turret falls. Blabber wants to stick onto Fleshy there with the same amount of strength. He has Kinvi nearby, so they should be able to still take the tier 1. And that will try to bring the game back a little bit closer, but for everything they take, Cloud9's looking for something else on the other side of the map. Blabber fires off the Maokai ult. Yes, it will connect onto Revenge, but it connects too late. He's too far behind his own lines. They don't want to pursue this and overcommit. Instead, they'll fall back to the tier 2, work to take that one out. Sven flashing away from the arrow of Fleshy. Minions will do enough damage to take down that team.
You know, Blabber was always there helping him out when he needed his lane to be fixed, and then gets that triple kill down on bot side, gets 2 kills when they look for those dives on top side.
Got Cloud9 in a position that is anything but challenging right now. They're in total control of Summoner's Rift. Fudge has no fear whatsoever of anyone. The cooldowns on the abilities get pretty low as that ability haste gets stacked. It's why I wanted to bring up the point about the Frozen Heart. By the time he ends the counter-strike, it's only 5 seconds away from happening again. Revenge can't do anything.
Guaranteed, and you'll just die. So checkmate pretty much in this situation here.
Yeah.
Immortals not going to be able to answer bot, not going to be able to answer Baron. They're going to try to run down here and see if they can catch Fudge, but...
Yeah, they want to dogpile him. They realize that's about the only chance they have. Tactical pops the Sivir ulti there. With Kinvi providing the CC, Fudge is going to have... Nope. Nope. Wait, hold on. Fudge might just be able to... Never mind.
It's close.
Never mind. I thought for a second he was going to try to get all the way away, but then he just went back in instead, tried to fight it out.
Yeah, burst damage. And he's just really facilitating his carries. He knows this game is not about him.
Well, we've got the teleport showing up down here in bottom lane for Fudge, who will lead the charge. And there's the follow-up from Blabber for some of the CC out of the Maokai ulti. Fudge dropping the counter-strike on top of everybody, but he will be killed. Immortals are able to fall back and focus fire the Fed player on C9 and take him out. C9 still managing to achieve the force down on both the tier 3 turret as well as the inhibitor here in the bottom lane. Berserker is still alive.
Zeri time!
Can the Zeri find the kill? Yes, he flashes forward into the ulti. He goes on the killing spree, and he needs a little bit more. He should be able to get just that. He'll pick no contest. Immortals are at the point where they need a Cloud9 mistake. This game is so far out of their control now. Response from IMT.
Yeah, they're trying to get the TP at the very least from Revenge. Revenge is trying to prep his Meganar, and now he's going to TP in.
Berserker gets stunned up by the Ash Arrow, but now they're ready to counterattack. Here comes Fudge, jumps in, finds the stun on 3. They've already killed the enemy jungler, they've already killed the enemy top. They're gonna stop anytime soon. Fudge keeps leading the charge, and Blaze Olive has to try to kite it out. The Ghost might be able to get him away, but the Leap Strike is once again too fast. A double kill back to Fudge, and Blabber wants to run down the last man of Immortals. Sven and Berserker come flying in over the wall, and that'll do it. 5-0. 17-5 overall, the second triple of the game for Fudge, and C9 will walk it in.
Cloud9, a really strong showing here today. Blabber, I think, played a near-perfect game, setting up his lanes for success, really enabling Fudge to get through those difficult early levels, and then Fudge just started to take over, winning those team fights, getting himself ahead, and really becoming unstoppable.
C9 bottom lane duo also both remaining deathless by the end of this one. You talked about the quiet scaling of the Zeri, and then just it looks like that is Samurai. Okay, a little bit of a difference.
If they want to make them actually miss these minions here, they take one plate, and once Contract gets here, Closer will have to leave.
Luger's at 200 HP. Closer goes over the wall, but now he might be in some trouble. Luger is still alive. Contracts gets the kill, and it's Closer who burns down.
Kills. When he gave that double gank, and in the team comps, Closer actually says, all right, don't lose your lead, as we'll take a pause on that for a moment as the gank does come on, and Tenacity now trading damage. Aurelia ult comes down. Unfortunately, it does not look like it's enough, and there's that point.
The action here. Onivia going to grab the first dragon of the game here, and still relatively early on. So with this
not quite getting the turret here. Kraken Slayer done for Luger, making sure that he's got a little bit more power than Doublelift directly right now. Let's see what they can find. They're ready to go for a 4v3, and it's CLG looking for Doublelift. Contracts wants to take him out. He's nearly got him. There's the Vault Breaker. He'll break his face. It's 2 kills over to CLG.
CLG
towards the point of strength of 100 Thieves. They've nullified that lead and that spot where 100 wants to fight around. And it means CLG now has the confidence to be able to take the second Drake. They're not going to allow 100 Thieves to stack towards any sort of an early Drake win condition. Meanwhile, topside, Dokla versus
even down 7,000 gold.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been very tenacious, but we can see CLG trying to expand that lead. They use the Cleo wall zone. When Gwen shows mid, they have that early 5v4 to try to get something done, but they're just using it for wave control for now. He's
got to be careful. He's got to be careful. He does not have flash. And there it is. Tenacity now being ulted, players flying in from both sides. Closer tries to answer, down goes Tenacity. Zonya's used by Palafox, damage still coming in. Doublelift is gonna push forward. There's the killer instinct we mentioned, but again, he's a little bit too far split from the team as he dashes through the
low HP across the board. Even though it's a 1-for-1 trade, it's CLG who have enough of an advantage to secure the second Drake. Goal is dark. It is pitch black leading towards that Drake pit in that bottom side river. There's vision being placed in. It's only from the other camp, and with CLG destroying the last remaining tier 3 or tier 1 turret. Oh, no, never mind, excuse me. They still got that top one standing just barely, but getting rid of the tier 1 in bottom lane makes it that much more dangerous to approach this Drake for 100 Thieves. It feels like it has to be a just give it angle.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, second item is already done as well. Tenacity is pretty far off, and he's actually falling very far behind now in that 1v1. Dokla got the early advantage.
There you go.
As we can see, the chunks that they got is actually really, really important. Dokla was spotted on that bot lane wave as well. So they're
fair ability.
You guys, come on, really?
It's a really fair
actually, it feels so bad too, because it doesn't
no longer has a flash, and it's Closer that was chunked away. But now he's getting healed up by the Soraka. Baron at 6,000 HP. CLG looking for the turn. They go after Tenacity first. He's polymorphed. Hallowed Mist gonna come out as that wears away to keep him healthy. Dokla with a flash in. Dokla thinking about chasing this further with contracts coming in. That might just be the angle. Dokla's gonna be careful here. Tries to use the W. Tenacity's already down. Doublelift's gonna be scared away by Luger. CLG got 2, but can they get any more? They'll fall back. Poom at 200.
Oh, the laser! A little bit. It's up to Bjergsen. He's got to soften them up here. Poom is really low, so he could chick and try to pick his moment.
Oh, but they have the contracts ulti ready to go once more. Now Dokla's into the back. He wants Busio. They go after Bjergsen. The damage is true, and the damage goes through. Palafox gonna keep Doublelift zoned away. Poom is the only one lost. A 1-for-1 trade.
This gold lead continuing to build for CLG as this deficit looking scarier and scarier. And from my perspective right there, Doublelift might get caught right here by Dokla. Yeah, there's no chance, my friend. That is one scary Aurelia now at 2-0-3 with 3.
No way to actually contest this whatsoever.
And not only can they not contest this,
I'm gonna say something crazy.
What do you got?
I feel like this game feels a bit different if Tenacity has Flash instead of Ignite. I don't know. That's just my crazy thought.
It's definitely possible.
Oh, Dokla in a 1v5 kills Closer and buys enough time for his team to secure the tier 3 turret in the top lane, as well as the inhibitor. CLG gets a 1-for-1 and a 1v5. Palafox is just gonna fire the Weaver's wall into the fountain to stop them from being able to rush out and save the Nexus turrets. First Nexus turret still under a little bit of pressure here as Doublelift just gets the snot knocked out of him. He manages to live thanks to some of the healing and support of Busio, but CLG are not done.
4 right there with Aurelia gone. I'll take Aurelia and Jarvan out of the fight and hopefully have a 4v4 if you're 100 Thieves in this game, because there's really no way to take a 50-50 as they're just going to go ahead, take this split as the entrance comes on in. It's Contracts leading the charge. Teleport being used. Closer does get cut down low. That Q already ready again as they won't find more off of it, but guess what? The survivability is there. Palafox puts down the wall. And that won't just be the green light yet to go on, and I thought they were about to explode onto Tenacity and Bjergsen right there.
Yeah, but they're going to just take the inhib. Easy peasy. They go to mid. They already had the wave prep there as well. So looking at triple inhib, 100 Thieves, which is almost impossible to come back from, as there goes Dokla.
Dokla's ready into the back line, and he jumps onto everybody. Now he's going to be focused fire, but it will not matter because Doublelift is already down. That's the AD carry. That's the Zeri. That's got to be it. Tenacity wants to fight back, but he can't even kill Poom. It's 2 traded for nothing as Closer tries to run away, and Palafox sets up the alley-oop for the 4-man play. Nobody dead on CLG, and they will run over 100 Thieves. The final kill for the ace. 35 minutes in, 15-2. CLG gets it done.
ends up getting caught by a Cho'Gath or a
Yeah.
Ultim, and that's what they end up going with.
It's always nice to have that.
Yeah, they can get the stun
Jack,
with
you're supposed
the
to.
wall
What?
here.
Oh, here we go. Oh, rupture from Solo. Can they capitalize on that? No flash has been burned other than impact.
my
Solo
God.
is back and forth. Despite the rupture, FlyQuest still find first blood, and they're out of there.
Oh, man. Playing aggressively, he does want to get in range to auto attacks, and this would be the window for Boogie to get him. Boogie does have flash, so he might charge up his Q and try and get him. I think they get the kill here.
Chime connects the flash here. Boogie doesn't even have to use his because he gets in max range thanks to Chime using his own summoner spell. Great call out and great pathing from Boogie.
Caitlyn's support game, so very much what TSM needs to do as they try and accelerate the pace of this game.
Spica's just gonna walk up. He knows that Solo still doesn't have flash from the early level 1. Commits his own. That should be a kill over to the side of FlyQuest. One more rupture from Solo, but Boogie... Oh, not enough time for Boogie to get there to salvage it.
Berserker was able to succeed much like Prince. He hasn't been a lane dominant support, so getting some good reps in while Ayla is having VC issues, and here's a fight.
We're looking for it. Winsome is gonna maybe look to pull Prince in, but Prince is just fine on the right side of the fight. Spica is frontlining all he can. Boogie barely gets out of line after Prince empties most of his damage, but they're still looking for the resets. Once Jinx gets
that
one kill, you just start running them down, and TSM have to flee because they know that Prince is excited.
Stuck with the turret, so it's very easy for them to actually just take this Drake uncontested. Well done by TSM.
And you gotta get those dragons to be that scary team fighting monster that he has been for the first few weeks of the spring split, or even what we've come to know him from his time on Lil V's Sandbox. The Spica might be in a world of trouble. Gets flashed on, he flashes out, but there's no help saving him there. Sean gets a flash out of Winsome as well. TSM
said, okay, Rift Herald's not going to kill any turrets. If we drop 2 Rift Heralds mid, we'll kill mid.
Yeah.
But they didn't even get the first one, and Winsome caught out again.
Winsome doesn't have flashes before. TSM just great tracking the flash summoner spells and just being proactive. As soon as they see someone out, they're going to look for it, but Prince can get resets. He already finds one. He's excited. And that's signal for TSM to get the hell out of there.
Safely. Could be a dicey dragon here.
Prince does have both of his sums, but Winsome would have to position backwards if he wants to give Prince dark passage to safety. Weaver's wall from Maple cuts off Impact from the rest of the team, but Impact is just fine. Single manning all 4 of these members. Are they even doing damage to him, Chad? I don't think so. Impact turns it all around. Boogie's gonna throw his life in there for just one last chance. Chime gets a knock up on the Prince, but he still is gonna get excited. Throws out the Super Mega Death Rocket. Boogie is forced out of the fight, and the rest of TSM, you better run. You take out Impact. Wait, I think TSM has just accepted unless... No way they can seal this, right? You got that, Smite? Okay, let's go, let's go. FlyQuest, we're gonna cleanly take that second dragon, and now we might get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, but I will say TSM really keeping the pressure on. This is a little bit different. Solo oftentimes is 0, a lot, and 0, but then he will still win the game sometimes.
Still win the damn game.
You just get, you feel like he's killable, and you end up using so many resources, and then think about it. They just used all his resources on Solo. Now Vicla's dead because they forgot about it.
It's the most that they have been challenged. I don't want to get...
Probably? Like, it is really interesting. And the Cho'Gath is creating a ton of side lane pressure. He just got another 600 gold. Who cares if he dies in his head? It's going to Prince, so it's probably pretty bad. But he's going to be a problem later in this game.
Yeah, it's not like you're getting shut down gold off of the 0-4 Cho'Gath.
I actually wonder, is he going to be worth the full 300 because he has enough CS?
Let's watch. Come on. All right, we got there.
I couldn't tell. Just had to go down bottom lane to stop Solo there. And that just buys, what is that, like 10 seconds straight? The more he dies, the less that is true. As long as he doesn't get assists, that would reset the bounty. Impact is amazing at normally prepping sideways, but he's not able to get the push in a lot of cases this game. And oh,
do they want to go for the fight? Not quite. Winsome gets jumped out. They're looking for a little bit more damage on the back end, but Impact is making the counter engage. Solo eats a lot from FlyQuest backline. Rupture momentarily stops Vicla from pumping out damage, but Prince looks for the Super Mega Death Rocket. Good hold on the Chime. They want to look for it, but Maple still capitalizes on a Winsome, and no one from TSM goes down yet. Solo still has a TP, so he can recall and he can reset.
They're just able to stay put. They get Impact as well.
They don't stop here, Chad. Boogie goes right into the heart of the backline. Maybe that was a little too optimistic, but if their goal was the tower, I can't believe it. This TSM making great moves against FlyQuest. This is awesome. This shakes up things a lot. I mean, FlyQuest, Now, how do you bounce back against the surprise performance from TSM? And for TSM, I mean, no matter what happens at this point in the game, this is already a huge confidence statement boost.
Yeah, mask first. It's like a 40 MR item when most of FlyQuest is AD. And
0 and 3, 500 gold bounties, making his way towards that last Whisper item as well.
Yeah, but also 25 minutes in, 1,000 gold difference. It only takes one fight for either team.
That's
With
right.
how explosive Jinx can be, it could be a Baron Raptor fight, but they go straight onto him.
Flash. Oh, Maple falls off. Beautiful combo. Prince is shut down by TSM. Solo eats up Spica as well. And now the damage comes and falls to Vikla to clean it up, but FlyQuest no, without Prince. What a game, Jad. I mean, it's still a 2,000 gold difference between these two teams, so there's still a world
they're
where...
just gonna go for him.
Okay, well,
Press all
looking
the
for Spica. Spica still has Flash, but this CC lockdown means that he ain't going nowhere.
Baron time.
TSM, that's right. Baron fired away immediately for this team, FlyQuest.
Okay, so Chime still has ultimate if they want to peel off. Boogie does not, and they're just gonna turn.
Got Chime, looks for Winsome instead. No Flash on the Thresh available, so it's a CC City all over again. As soon as one person gets locked up, the rest of the CC follows up. And just like that, Flash, so Prince can't step up too far forward. Super Mega Death Rocket. Oh, it's not a Spring Jinx like last year where those things could steal the damn thing, but...
Let's just check if Solo's screaming at his team, say, let me eat this, I need to get big. Don't let some spud.
To the name, 4 more minutes before their soul could be theirs to claim. And they're, once again, Jet, they're setting up all the ways on the top side of the pressure map. Vikla is gonna have to recall soon.
Yeah, and here they go. I mean, this is gonna be the inhibitor completely opened up. I think they're gonna be cautious not to overstay. We did see a Team Liquid team earlier today not use their Barons well, so it's 4 people here with no tank. This is danger zone for TSM.
They want to throw out the engage. Spica's going to fish for the Nature's Wrath, but Maple throws out the Weaver's Wall instead, and because of the Bannon...
Forward engage when behind with this team comp. The FlyQuest ahead. It'll be different, and it's Winsome again!
Okay, it's off the seismic shove. Chime follows up, and Winsome is forced to flash once again. Solo comes in with the TP. This second turret belongs to TSM.
Absolutely, level 6.
We can't contest it. Yeah. We're not going to flip for it. We're going to look for the positioning on Baron. And as you talked about, if FlyQuest can set up positioning first on an objective, FlyQuest treacherously and cautiously stepping through their red quadrant jungle into complete darkness. It looks like Boogie is found. Oh god, Spica's blown up! TSM have already taken out the jungle for FlyQuest, so that means there is no possibility for a 50-50 smite. It would have to be a miracle steal from any member of FlyQuest. 7,000 HP. TSM, they have Feast and they have Smite.
They're just gonna
turn on the impact instead. Prince, look at Chime, look at Chime. He looks for it, flashing right up to Prince. It delays his damage. Prince tries to reset, but he can't carry this one. TSM, off the back of miraculous and incredible playing, they are able to take out 4. Are set up to fall for a TSM victory, Chad. Who would have thought?
Not me.
FlyQuest. Oh man.
Not you.
And for this team to come together, TSM, amidst everything, amidst all expectation, it's these 5 players, it's the coaching staff, it's the managing staff that have just given all the faith and confidence to these players as FlyQuest make this engage, but Solo just takes up everything and then just eat Winsome alive! Chime going forward, catching Spica up on ahead. Boogie is just singling out Vikla, preventing him from being able to touch Neo or Maple in the backline. Bottom inhibitor falls. FlyQuest limited to Prince, Spica, Vikla, and Impact. There's no Winston for another 30 seconds. It's 5 on 4.
They want it.
They still have a teleport from Solo, so he can take up damage, and as long as he gets out alive, he can always reset and teleport for another go at it again. Seismic shove into Grand Entrance. Impact is gone! FlyQuest, though, might have been able to defend long enough. They have to wait on another minion wave from TSM.
Yeah, mid-wave is there, so TSM is going to take this one down. There's still 55 seconds on the buff. Solo can TP back. I think TSM is going to stick around. At the very least, they're going to clean 3 inhibitors. But also remember, it's 90% chance TSM's going to win this, but it just takes 1 reset for Prince. We got to see this.
Prince doesn't have flash, doesn't have heal, so it would have to be everything from FlyQuest to set up Prince for success.
Yeah, there's the stopwatch.
He's got a stopwatch. Can he take out Moving Foot? But they got the CCJ. TSM has done the unthinkable. FlyQuest have been upset by TSM.
TSM move to 4 ton of melees, and Jensen could carry this game. Oh boy, so he's gone full skill matchup. against the Akali. Still some... Yeah, and thinking about this more, this is possibly Dignitas's best chance to pick up a win so far.
They don't know for sure as River decides that there's nothing to be found, whereas Jensen would look for a dive with Armand onto Licorice.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon's Rage not even gonna be enough. That's first blood over to the Fed LeBlanc, and Dignitas Spawn is gonna clip on a kill as well. Hui was caught out by Santorin. Amidst the pressure.
Just trying to get gold onto a win condition. Oh, they're going for 6A.
They're flashing on to Stixay. Stixay still has a flash to work with. I hope this isn't too far forward for Santorin. Wild growth from Ignar keeps him alive. Stixay calls him backwards, but the Pix shield is going to keep him alive for now. Spawn tries to flash away. Pervert stuns him up, and now Stixay is unleashed. The bubble is what clips him in the end. And just like that, Golden Guardians fire right on back.
Disaster for Dig.
And that leads to Golden Guardians being able to reap the benefits of what seems more of a given play rather than right now. Rivers, 6A, and Hui are set up to counteract against this Rift Herald, but Armand is going to get the first collapse.
Yeah.
I think Dignitas should be able to secure this, but it's still 6,000 HP. All 5 members from Dig are here. Licorice isn't, and yet Golden Guardians are still wanting to go forward. Spawn gets taken out by Gory. Santorin forced to go over the wall. 1,000 HP on the Rift Herald. Santorin can't even contest it. Golden Guardians. Licorice wasn't even there at the beginning of the fight, and they still won it. Crashing it into the mid wave, it's going to break open the map for Golden Guardians. And as we talked about before, the skirmishing potential. I want to pivot this conversation now to Dignitas being somewhat slowed in their Zeri scaling time, where the top wave is massively shoved and then immediately book Arma towards the bottom side of the map in preparation.
Low at the moment, but they could still try and get a pick there. Like if they get 2 or 3 kills, then just
way that the lead has pandered around, but also just being super decisive. Wow, the Glacial Prison still connected. Oh no, Jensen gets cooled down by Stixay. And Golden Guardian is going to continue pushing this lead. This tower is also gone.
Man, that first pick Sejuani. River is on.
River at this point of the game, Radiant Virtue already completed. Extremely tanky. As soon as they throw out that Glacial Prison, a lot of team fight power with the healing, as they are just setting up complete control as Gory wants to go for the total kill. Oh my god, he still has perfect execution. Jensen is forced to go back, but he's got nowhere to go. God damn, Gory, that was beautiful.
That was huge. They completely shut down Jensen in the side lane. Armut is off on the other side.
Steal this Baron away. Armut is already pushing on the bottom side and just maximizing the lead that they can get through the side lanes, but Golden Guardians are now poised to team and a seemingly better identity for themselves.
Oh.
Might have to hold that. Jensen, no teleport available. Distortion already gone, and yeah, that is a dead LeBlanc. I mean, Golden Guardians, this is a team.
Like just to remind people, the first week they had Youngin, played well, but it's not the intended starter. They lost to EG and C9 as they're going to be breaking this Nexus turret or inhibitor turret very quickly. TL was looking better back then.
Sure.
But we kind of saw that as like, okay, those were some of the top 4 teams. Since then, they've played teams at the bottom half of the standings, and they've rightly beaten them, which puts them squarely in the middle. And unlike other teams, like, they've beaten the teams below them and lost to the teams above them. They're the anti-CLG currently.
They are the middle point at the moment, but the way that they have been dominating, even if it is Dignitas, I mean, Golden Guardians just look so damn confident, look so damn sure.
Just 5 people in 5 different places. They're all behind. Nothing good can happen.
Crowd gets out. No trouble whatsoever.
Close. They're almost too tanky. I mean, it's just hard to get an Akali at that point in the game, and now they're collapsing onto Jax.
Goodbye, Armut. You will be missed, my friend. Golden Guardians just making their way ever so closely into the base and towards the end. Dignitas are just holding on to the very grasp of this base, and Golden Guardians just making do on the promise ever since their very first content video aired, where they addressed everyone not so politely with a very strong message. Golden Guardians are continuing to deliver what they have garnered at the tail end of the round robin, and maybe gives them that confidence needed to go and rematch against the teams that they lost to in the first opening weeks of the split.
Yep, just making the rounds, trying to get this 3rd inhibitor down at the moment. Gory can threaten flank and also damage on those inhibitor turrets. River can literally just stand there because he's super tanky. And we'll see if Dig tries to make an engage. It's mostly a suicidal engage if they go for it. I like how slow Golden Guardians is playing this.
Yeah, being careful with their lead. They know that they just want to close this one out cleanly. I mean, just like that.
Beauty.
No Vi ultimate available now for Dignitas, so they have no way to engage, and good God! Look away from the screen, chat, turn off the monitor! This is not safe for a family-friendly stream anymore! Golden Guardians are slaughtering Dignitas! Spawn is trying to stand tall and fire right on back, but all you can do as Azeri is just hope and pray that Golden Guardians show mercy! Spawn is doing everything that he can, but it's still not enough damage! Yeah!
That's why he picked Lee Sin.
Licorice goes and kicks him in the face, kicks him out of the game! Golden Guardians close it out!
14 kills to 3. Solid end of the game for Golden Guardians, moving to 4-4.